Welcome back to another episode of the Glory Hunter Career Mode here on FC25, in which today could be the season finale for Season 2 here. We have 9 games left to go in the league. We are 6 points clear off of Barcelona at the top of the spot. We are on a 28 ungame beaten run at the moment here after losing our first game of the season. We haven't lost since in the league, at least. We are knocked out of the Champions League. Unfortunately, we got knocked out to Arsenal, and we'll still take on Manchester City in the quarterfinals there. So no Champions League or no European glory for us for this Glory Hunter save. We do have the Spain national team with the World Cup coming on at the end of this season. That will be on Monday. No, that will be on Tuesday. That'll be on Tuesday, and then Season 3 will start on Monday with a new club and a new nation where we look to try and do that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just a quick thing. Here is a picture. We are trying to fill this all out here. We have Spain, where we're currently at. We are looking to win La Liga. We failed it last season in horrible fashion, to be completely honest. Weren't even close. Next season, whether or not we go to Italy, Germany, France, or England, we'll try and win the league and their most prestigious cup. For England, the Premier League and FA Cup, not the Carabao Cup. That's just a bonus. We obviously have the World Cup at the end of this, the World Cup 2026. We have the Euros in 2 years after that. We'll try and win the Euros. And I might even throw in a fake Copa America, a fake Gold Cup in there as well. But our chance to win silverware is again, and we can also double the Copa del España tally as well, as we have the second leg here against Athletic Bilbao. I'm not even going to play the final. I'm focusing simply on league play. I'm just simming through most of these games. We do have Barcelona in today's episode. That will kind of be the teller of whether or not we'll actually win the league with ease. And that's only a hard game we realistically have in the league. Everything else, it's the Athletic Club in this cup, and if we move on to the final, it's Real Madrid in the final. And Alex Bayana makes it 1-0 today, 3-1 on aggregate. And we are into the final of the Copa de España. The Copa del Rey will be taking on Real Madrid. I will, again, let that just sim out when that time comes. And talking about playing big games, I forgot we actually played them in the league as well. We have Athletic Bilbao in the league. I totally forgot we have them in the league. I thought it was just cup competition. So we have them and Barcelona in the league. Those are the two hardest games we have left of the season, because May is easy. Besides maybe Real Betis, May is easy for us. You can see there we are still 6 points clear off of Barcelona. We are 9 points clear off of Athletic Club Bilbao. We are 22 points off Real Madrid. Absolutely absurd. So we should be winning that game. We are nearly 36 points off of Real Betis as well, so that won't be hard at all. So let's go and get into this game against Athletic Bilbao in the league, away from home, and hopefully pick up all 3 points, and maybe Barcelona drop more points to where that Barcelona game is a little less important. Now, obviously, Molina is still injured. Llorente is still injured, so we still have Vermeeren, who's actually come back from injury, into the starting 11, and we still have Javi Galán at left back as well, or right back, I should say. This is a massive game. This could be the title decider, in all honesty. It really could be the title decider if Barcelona were to drop points. I wonder if Barcelona have to play either Bilbao or even Real Madrid. I know Real Madrid are struggling in league standings, but it's still a big game for them. Vermeeren, Griezmann, Alex Bayana. Nobody's going to close him down, so we'll take a shot. It's just off target. Sandro Tonali now, he turns off against his defender. Sandro Tonali, Julian Alvarez is making that run. Sandro Tonali into Julian Alvarez, and Julian Alvarez puts the ball into the back of net. 1-0 for Madrid here. We are looking to go 12 points clear off of Athletic Bilbao. That would be absolutely absurd. I mean, it's already almost pretty much a 2-horse title race at this point, and it's a 1.5 title race, to be completely honest. Alex Bayana, Julian Alvarez. This team is starting to open up a little bit more. Julian Alvarez makes it 2 in quick succession. And Atletico Madrid are cruising to the end and cruising to a trophy lift. If we make it 3 before halftime, I'll just quick sim. I won't even sim to the end. I'll quick sim this whole joint. And Oblak should grab that. He does. Now up the field. Is that Mbeumo? It is. He's not going to be able to outpace the defenders, and maybe he is. The defenders kind of sandwich themselves, and Mbeumo now has the pace. That's going to be a heavy touch to lose the ball. We're actually going to get a free kick there as well. We are getting a free kick edge of the box for that. Wow. Antoine Griezmann to make it 3. Antoine Griezmann up and over the wall into the back of the net, and Antoine Griezmann makes it 3-0. Fortune for Atletico Madrid, luck for Atletico Madrid in some sorts. The defenders ran into each other. The defenders somehow took out Mbeumo, and it's 3-0. Julian Alvarez out wide into Mbeumo. Mbeumo on his left foot, on his left foot, and how does that go in? This keeper is having a nightmare of a game. It's 4-0. Nothing is stopping the Atletico Madrid side from getting that trophy. I mean, when a goal like this comes in, it's not finessed. It's not finessed at all. And in fact, it's L2 to try and Chevelle it. It's 4-0. You know what? I'm quick simming to the end, and it's not even the first half is over yet. 4-0 at the break, 4-2 on the day. 12 points clear off Athletic Bilbao. Quick sim against Villarreal, a 2-2 draw. Julian Alvarez gets sent off with the second yellow in the 64th minute, and we still managed to hang on to a point there. So maybe 2 points gained for Barcelona, possibly. The answer is yes. It's now only 4 points. The unbeaten streak is still alive, and Barcelona lose a game, so this is a chance to put that 4-point gap to 7 points here against Rayo Vallecano, who's actually doing quite well this season in 7th. They did just lose to 20th place Levante, though. That is absolutely absurd from Barcelona. We have to capitalize on this. We have to win. It's going to be Soilot to come in on a strike, I can only assume. And Griezmann, Hencape, and Mbeumo make it a 3-0 win. The momentum is on our side as we get into this title clash here. So here is the situation. We are currently 7 points ahead of Barcelona with 6 games left to go. If we win this, we go 10 points clear off of them, in which we'd had 5 games left to go. We just have to pick up 5 more points in those games, and we'd be champions. So this is it. This is for the title. Let's go and get to it. It's at the fake Barcelona ground. Let's get to it. Here's Barcelona's lineup. Ter Stegen in net, Vale, Garcia, Araujo, Koundé in the back line, Romeu and De Jong in the midfield, Melero, Olmo, and Rafinha on the wings, Lewandowski at striker, Lamine Yamal on the bench, I can only assume, Ousmane Dembélé on the bench, Mr. Pedri on the bench, Gavi on the bench probably. We're going with our full-strength possible lineup as the same exact one that we have been going. Julian Alvarez as striker. Somebody is back on the bench. Mr. Llorente is back on the bench. Whether he makes an appearance today, probably unlikely. But he is at least back on the bench for us. A massive game here. Near title decider. I don't want to say necessarily a title decider. This is just a confidence killer. I mean, if we win it, it's definitely a title decider. If we lose it, it's still in our hands. Still in our hands, even if we lose this game. And Mbeumo now gets past one, and Brian Mbeumo now on the ground for Julian Alvarez. First time finish, and Atletico Madrid in the first 6 minutes have the goal and have the lead. And what a ball from Mbeumo that is. 1-0 for Madrid here. I mean, look at this ball from Mbeumo. He did well to get past the defender. That ball right there. Put it on the ground. Put it in front of Araujo. Make it curl back into perfect spot for Julian Alvarez. Give the ball straight to Robert Lewandowski now. And Robert quickly losing it to Hencape. Now Alex Baena into Julian Alvarez. First time ball over the top from Mbeumo, in which he might actually have a chance to get there. He did. Just Alex Vale was a little bit smarter with it. If he kept that on his foot, that was Mbeumo's ball. It's 2-0. Alex Vale, Robert Lewandowski, Danny Olmo, Alex Vale, Robert Lewandowski, and All Black doesn't make the save. What was that? 1-1. Robert Lewandowski draws level. Robert Lewandowski now on the ball, trying to find Rafinha. Will spill for Rafinha, then it'll spill for Robert Lewandowski. Intercepted straight to Rafinha. His shot is blocked. Tonali's able to clear it. Unfortunate for Barcelona to not get a better chance. Fortunate for us as we just clear the ball up the field to Ter Stegen and not across to Mbeumo. Alex Melero, all back with the save. last chance of the game here to try and pretty much seal the title, even though I feel like the title has been sealed already. We switch the ball out wide for Mbeumo if he can get there. He doesn't. It falls into space. Lamine Yamal gets it. He clears it. That is game over. A 1-1 draw. But they'll be good enough. It's a better result for us than it is for Barcelona, even though they're celebrating. It just could have been worse for them, and it could have been worse for us as well. I think the cup final is next. It is time for the Copa de España final, a chance to make it 2 trophies for us here in the Copa del Rey in 2 successive fashions. Last season was a lot easier than this one. We didn't have Real Madrid. We didn't have Barcelona in the tournaments making a deep run. It was an easy run for us because they both got knocked out in the first round that we joined. This is our starting lineup. Only change is Marcos Llorente joins the squad back in the starting 11, back from injury. So welcome back to the club. Welcome back to starting 11. Arthur Vermeer, thank you for covering for what you did. Obviously, you got injured as well and suspended and all that. So it was a midfield roulette for some points in the part. But you can see there, Vinny Jr., Mbappe, Rodrigo. There's Camavinga, Rudiger's still there, Courtois still there, Bernardo Silva is there, Camavinga if I haven't said him already, Valverde, Jesus Vallejo is probably the weakest point of this entire team, to be completely honest, at center back. Jude Bellingham is on the bench, so that's interesting to see there. Leon Bailey is on the bench. Bernardo Silva, Vinicius Jr., nearly a great pass into Mbappe, but it might lead to a better counterattack for us, as now Julian Alvarez, things are probably going to slow down here. Hato into Alex Bayana. Bayana now. Oh, that has to find Julian Alvarez, but still with us, still on the attack, and that ball is not. Mbeumo, Bayana, Julian Alvarez, Julian offside. Bernardo Silva strikes for Real Madrid. It's 1-0 for the white team. That sounds crazy. It's 1-0 for Real Madrid. I'm just going to stick to Real Madrid. 1-0. Corner, Rudiger. Okay, that's horrible from Rudiger. Can we clear it? Rodrigo now. Into Rudiger. In the box, though, for Real Madrid. Valverde, Rodrigo, Vinny now into Jude Bellingham, and Jude Bellingham intercepted, shot blocked. It falls perfectly for Valverde on the right-hand side, and Valverde travails it, saved. Can we clear it now, finally? Kylian Mbappé to make it 2-0 and to give Real Madrid the cup win. We will not go back-to-back. Something, again, I don't care about. Don't care about it. So we jump to a result. We lose 2-0. And now we focus on ending the league season as league winners to get out of this country. Quick sim here against Celta Vigo. A 2-1 win. Mbeumo brace. And I'm being forced to submit the squad for the World Cup. So let's go ahead and go through it. Do we need 3 keepers? I honestly don't think so. I think Unai Simon, I think David Raya. I think I'm playing David Raya just because I'm Arsenal. I think David Raya is my keeper. I don't know if we need 3 goalkeepers. I want to play the same system I played in this team, so the 4-2-1-3. Just want to play that system. Grimaldo is more of a left back than a right back or than a left mid, but we still have Gutierrez and Balde that can play there. Carvajal possibly there. Pedri, Rodri, of course. Nico Williams, of course. Dani Olmo is always going to come. Gavi. Pauzan is someone that's definitely droppable. Garcia is someone that's definitely droppable, but Lamine Yamal is somebody that definitely isn't droppable. Morata is somebody that's definitely droppable, so we'll get rid of him for Alex Baena. In all honesty, we'll go ahead and get rid of Pauzan for. I want Llorente in this team. I really do. I really do want Llorente in this team, but maybe we bring in Merino. I think we definitely bring in Llorente. So we bring in Llorente. Can I replace anybody? I can't. Do we have Carvajal, Balde, Gutierrez, Vivian, Porjo, Lenormand? I think we get rid of him for Merino. I think we bring in Merino, and I think that could be the team to go ahead and win the World Cup. So that is the squad. We submit it, and now we have 4 games left to go. Now, first place versus last place. They beat Barcelona, so they can beat us, but hopefully we get the job. Oh, my God, they do. They beat us, and now our undefeated streak is over. our, what is it, 30-something game undefeated streak, 34 game undefeated streak, 33 game is over. We lose 3-2 to Levante. They beat Barcelona and now they beat us. That's absolutely absurd. Quick sim here against Osasuna, and we get back to winning ways. Alex Baiano and Mbeumo on the score sheet. Barcelona win 2-0 against SD Eibar. Now all we need is a point. Barcelona can only meet at the moment. They can only get to 92 points. A point here will put us over the edge of the champions and become champions of England, of Spain. And in fact, it's our last home game, so we will be able to lift the trophy, and it is against Real Betis. I said I was going to have to play Real Betis, and here we are having to play Real Betis. Llorente in that starting 11. Is Molina back from injury? Not Yorda. Not Yorda. Not yet. Kind of, sorta. Let's go and get into it here. The league winning game here against Real Betis. Bryan Mbeumo. Bryan Mbeumo. I need Griezmann to get up forward a little bit more. Antoine Griezmann, that's why I need you forward, bud. It's a great strike. It's a great save. It's a corner for Atletico here. We want to set the tone early. Griezmann into Joao Hato. William Lo Celso. Real Betis makes it 1-0. Llorente. Javi Galán, Antoine Griezmann, Alex Baiano into Julian Alvarez near post, and Julian Alvarez puts the title back in our hands. Halftime, 1-1 at the break. We are 45 minutes away from being La Liga champions. Out wide for Baiano. Julian Alvarez is over the top. Oh, the keeper's not coming out for that. Julian Alvarez straight to the keeper's hands, though. It's out for a corner. I was fully surprised the keeper did not come out for that. Griezmann now. Hato over the bar. Griezmann. Baiano. That's a horrible ball into Julian Alvarez. But put the pressure on. That's not a foul. Julian Alvarez. And that's not a great ball. Griezmann. Down to Baiano. Back to Griezmann. Into Baiano. Fighting for the ball. Losing the ball. Fighting for the ball. Finding Julian Alvarez, and Julian Alvarez to win the league title, definitely. 2-1 for Atletico Madrid. Of course, it had to be Julian Alvarez to get the title-winning goal. He's been the carry for us. He's been the goals for us. Johnny shot. Oblak saves. We release. We hold on to the ball, and then we get rid of it, and the referee blows his whistle, and Atletico Madrid are your La Liga champions. Mr. Julian Alvarez scoring the game-winning goal with only moments to go. And in fact, he scored the brace. He scored both game-winning goals. He scored a title-winning goal in the 39th minute and the title-sealing goal in the 87th minute. We are your La Liga champions. Please tell me we're lifting the trophy now and not the last game of the season. And we will get to lift the trophy. It will be Norman to lift the La Liga trophy. Atletico Madrid are your La Liga champions. We fill out another spot of the trophy cabinet. We now have England possibly up next, but we now have Spain done and dusted. They are done. We are out of this country. It's time to move on to one of the other four. Unfortunately, not able to fill out a European spot. Unfortunately for us, failed both the seasons in the Champions League round of 16. But for now, actually, we now focus on the World Cup with Spain. So we're not quite yet leaving the Spanish because the Spanish are still with us. We are trying to win their country, the World Cup in 2026 after this. But for now, back to the celebrations, back to La Liga champions. Atletico Madrid. Let's go and do a season wrap-up before we do a preview for the World Cup. And so here's how the La Liga season ends. Unfortunately, that loss against Levante stops us from being Centurions. Nearly a 37 unbeaten streak. When was that Levante game? The Levante game, you can see there our group of the Spain, Farrell. A Levante game, so we had 35, so 34. 33. It was 33 unbeaten games there. You can see there. Let's go and look at our squad. I got to go over back to Atletico Madrid here. Looking at our squad hub to see who is the best. Who was the best top goal scorer? It had to be Julian Alvarez with nearly 50 goals he had. Griezmann had 23. Endrick is up to 80 overall, so he's going to be obviously our marquee player. He did good for us in La Liga before we loaned him out. Let's go look around the league to see where all these other teams finish, to see where we determine to go, whether or not it be a team that could possibly be in the Europa League, a team that could be in the Conference League, or Champions League level squad. Looking at the Premier League here, Arsenal go ahead and win the league. They do the Centurions, they do the Invincibles. So not only do they do the Centurions, they do the Invincibles in the same season. 31 wins, absolutely domination from Arsenal. Only 7 draws, and the crazy part is they only won the league by 5 points to Manchester City. That is a crazy part there, who have 3 losses. Absolutely absurd there. Liverpool had 89. I mean, look at those top 3. That's absolutely absurd. But like I'm saying, do we go to Tottenham? God, I don't know if I can do that to myself. Do we go to Tottenham? Do we go to Chelsea? Who's getting relegated is the real question. Getting relegated is West Brom, Leeds United, and Southampton. Looking in the French league, obviously PSG are your champions. Obviously PSG are your kind of go-to. But do we go to AS Monaco? Do we go to Lyon? Do we go to Marseille, who's in the Europa League? Lens, who's in the Conference League? That can always be an option. In the Bundesliga, do we go to Leverkusen, who has just won the league? Do we go to Bayern Munich, who hasn't won the league yet this season? Do we go to Leipzig, who's 5th and can definitely title for the league as well? That could be something that we do. And then last but not least, the Serie A. Inter Milan are your Champions League. Do we go to AC Milan? Do we go to Atalanta, a.k.a. Bergamo Calciopoli? Do we go to Napoli, Juventus? That'll be all up in the air. But for now, that's it for me today. Tomorrow's episode will go ahead and be the entirety of the World Cup. Whether or not I play all these games, I'll probably only play, to be honest, the Netherlands game. We'll probably sim these 2 games and then get into next season where knockouts will be. We'll figure out what team we want to be first. There will be a poll on the channel. But for now, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.